And I think that's the one of the keys, of course, is the storytelling ability, in your films. Where did that talent come from? I mean, is that something you developed over the years? Did you bring in writers that really had a deep, connection to storytelling, or how did you get to that place?
A lot of it came from just me as I'm playing with these figures, just role playing different ideas, with certain movies coming up with alternate scenarios of things that they never did in the film or the show that I could do with my figures. And also, too, just combining different ideas from hours of playing video games or hours watching a particular show from start to finish. And then having my own spin of like, well, what would I do if I wanted to maybe twist this up a bit, make it kind of my own tale, whether it's an alien invasion story or a James Bond inspired tale or something like, Lethal Weapon, which was one of my favorite films growing up. How do I make that interesting without it being overly comedic or overly sentimental? What can I do to make it realistic? So I think there were always like a lot of loose ideas that I was always writing down on paper or doing sketches of because I always like sketching posters ahead of time before I even had the script. But of course, as I got into school and you start to learn the mechanics of 3-act structure and beats in a scene, then I was able to kind of formulate how to like write with my heart first before I write with my head to kind of revise it.
Oh.
And then eventually you get feedback from other professional writers and occasionally I'll collaborate with someone, like in this case, The Last Vendetta. I collaborated with my co-star Chris Carula because he had the experience in law enforcement to tell me, oh, this is an interesting angle you could take that would, based on a real case. So I was always gravitating to those things to create an overall structure to my stories.
Yeah, that's great.